Hi everyone. Oh gosh. Yay. So nice here. Hi. Hi everyone. Okay, those on Instagram will see my table. There is something there that I'm wanting to show, but I don't like how it's coming out. So let's rather do it this way. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are all over the world. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Just really trying to make sure everything is looking good for you. Thank you for joining me on Instagram. Thank you for joining me on Facebook. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. Thank you so much. I love being here. Thank you, everyone. My name is Bolale Janelle, and I am a family life enthusiast. Weekly, precisely every Sunday, I do this. I absolutely love coming to your houses, to your rooms, to your kitchens, because I know some of you are watching from different parts of your house on your bed, okay? And I just love doing this. I love to talk about families. This is what I live for. So I hope you're doing good today. So in some parts of the world, today is what we call the Mothering Sunday. It's actually an Anglican church or a church kind of, it's got a church background, which is very interesting because a few people will say, oh, but how many Mother's Day do we have in there? It doesn't matter. We love moms. I think that's what matters. We absolutely love moms. So thank you for being here. Whenever you watch this, please be kind enough to share, to tell your friends and family about what we're doing here. All right, so I'm going to go right into it. Today, I've got something that I find very important that I want to talk about. I know that many things are important, but for me, talking about mothers, such a big deal. I think that mothers are a big deal. Don't you think so? I think so. I think moms are really a big deal, and it's an opportunity always to be able to talk about mothers and mothering. Okay, if you can see me whenever you come in, please say hi, Bola. How are you? And I just want to know how you are also doing. I hope you're well. I'm good. I'm very well. Okay, so I'm going to start with a story. Some of you have heard me share this story before, and it's really about how I got into the issue of parenting, mothering. I battled infertility for about 3 years, and I could not give birth. The issue wasn't just that I couldn't fall pregnant; it was all the pain that went with the process. I bled a lot, had fibroids, I had um, insulin resistance. I had another thyroxine imbalance. There was so much going. I was lactating as though I was pregnant, and I never was. And so I battled a lot with infertility, and days like this would be very difficult. So if you are watching today and you're not yet a mom who's carried a baby in your womb, can I just encourage you? You are still a mom. So I'm going to start from the expectant moms. I know that society talks a lot about mothering. Being a mother is such a big deal. I know being a mom is a big deal. I mean, being a mom is part of the things that makes an adult female feel like she is enough. But can I tell you today, whether you've carried children in your wombs or you're carrying them in your heart in expectations, I want to encourage you. You are a mom. And today might be difficult for you because everybody's saying, oh, happy Mothering Sunday. I mean, for example, oh, I've lost my rose. I was going to show you my rose that I got from our church service this morning because then we give moms roses, but we don't just give moms. Guess who we give? We also make sure we give every woman who is any adult female, because adult females have the capacity to be mothers, whether they have them or not. Okay, so that's my first introduction. Don't shrivel up, okay? Don't become like this. You see, this pineapple, I bought it in the shops, and it's kind of dried up. Okay, it's kind of dried up and it's looking shriveled. And I think that many times as women, we we kind of allow ourselves to get to this stage because we are not sure who we are. You're saying to yourself, but I'm not yet a mom. I wish I was a mom. You're crying. You're hoping that somebody will just see your pain. And sometimes we become this. We become um, at first we're very luscious and supple looking, and suddenly we kind of shrivel out because of pain, because of unmet expectations. I want to encourage you. You don't have your children yet, you will. And you know what? A lot of people, whether they go into adoption or the foster parent or they go like treatment, get treatment. For some people it's probably just a treatment that you need and a lot of prayers, okay, asking the Lord and all of that can help you. I'm not trivializing it because the pain was a lot. I promise you, it was a lot of pain when I couldn't have children. So I want to encourage, I'm really sitting on this because for some it's a very, very hard, sore issue. You are a mom, whether you're carrying that baby in your womb or carrying that baby in your heart. Okay, all right. Now, let's say you are now pregnant. You've given birth. You've now conceived. You've got a baby in your womb, and you've passed the stage of wanting a baby. Or let's say, for example, for you, it was a case of you didn't plan this pregnancy. Please, can I tell you, being a mom is such a gift. It is such a huge gift. So don't be ungrateful about it. But the interesting part of being a mom is a lot of people going to motherhood and we just think that we're going to be excited, everything is going to be all beautiful and you're going to be fine and this baby is going to be amazing, and suddenly you are having all the sickness, you're not feeling well, you are having high blood pressure, preeclampsia, all kinds of things. I want to encourage you, hang in there. See, nobody said that motherhood was for sissies. Can I tell you? Whether you're a teenage mom, a single mom, a middle-aged mom, wherever you are on the spectrum, motherhood is a gift and motherhood is not for sissies. It's such a big deal. So I want to encourage you this today, okay? Take care of yourself from the moment you find, look, you are pregnant. Listen, start taking care of yourself in a different way. Honestly, I find that a lot of people, by the time they're now pregnant, you are not, some people don't go for their antenatals on time. So I'm talking about all the other basic things. If I then get into about 4 things I'd like to talk to you about as a mom, lessons about motherhood, things that we can pick up and ways that we can help ourselves. So a lot of people, by the time you're pregnant, many people just think, oh, this is it, I'm pregnant, and no, you've got to take care of yourself. So take your meds, take your medication, do your exercises, eat right, eat right. If you find you're having challenges, please go and seek help. This is something I say all the time, and I feel that it's because a lot of people do not actually seek help on time. And when we don't seek help on time, we get into problems and we're not sure, how did I get to this point? So today on this Mothering Sunday special, I want to encourage you to seek help. Go and get antenatal help right on time. Actually, they encourage moms that, once you're pregnant, about 8 weeks to 14 weeks, please make sure you sign up, you go for antenatal. And you'll be wondering, okay, so Bola, what's this about? I'm saying this because a lot of people get to the point where they actually truly just shrivel. And I've got all kinds of things here for you today, okay? Can you see my my heater? Okay. And I've got water. And all of these things have different things that they're going to do today. A lot of people already start shivering from the point of just being pregnant, and it's just a lot. So I want to encourage you, okay? Get your help on time. All right. Now you've got your babies, or you've carried your baby, your adopted child is now home. What next? Moms. So let me tell you one of my personal stories. When I got home from having my first child, Lord, I didn't know what was called um postpartum depression. Um I didn't know anything about perinatal depression. I'd never heard the word baby blues. And suddenly there was baby blues. I remember bringing home this baby, and this child was shouting and crying and crying. And I'm wondering, what is wrong with this child? What is wrong with this child? And I put the baby in a dark room, switched off the light, put the baby there, and I was crying. The baby was screaming. I was just back from the hospital. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what is wrong with this baby? Guess what was going on? This child was hungry. I was nervous. My husband was trying to make sure that things were working out, but I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. And this is the moment that I realized that for every mom, we do need community. Can I encourage you? You need a fantastic community around you. And this really is the bane of my talk today. Care. Care for yourselves, moms. Hey, mommies have this habit of we're always running up and down. We're busy making sure the family is fine. We're trying our best to ensure that everybody is good. Everybody except us. So get help. Okay, for moms who are working moms, that one. So I went back to work when my child was 16 weeks old. My goodness. And for my second child, I went back to work when my child was 8 weeks old. It was not funny. I want to encourage you today. Getting help is get help early, whether it's medical help, emotional help, spiritual help. I need you, moms, to remember that the work you do is such a big deal. Mothering is a tough job on its own. You are trying to make sure you still look beautiful. I know, right? You're trying to make sure you're still gorgeous. You're trying to make sure that your family is doing well. And many times, moms already forget themselves. I want to encourage you on this episode. Mothering is tough. Many people don't tell us, you get pregnant, and everyone's like, oh, we pray that in 9 months, especially if you're from the African descent. Oh, in 9 months that you're going to have a baby. And nobody tells you how your body changes. I talked about that last week, how the changes then begin to take place, and you're not sure what's going on with you. Please care for yourself. My first C today, I'm going to do about 2 or 3 C's, is care for yourself. There are many people who, after having babies, really their depression doesn't go away. For some, it's quick. Postpartum comes and then they deal with it and it's gone. For others, it becomes a long lasting issue. Unfortunately for me, I didn't realize that I developed what they call perinatal depression. Never heard that word before until I was getting ready to be a facilitator for an organization here in South Africa, and I did the test, and I realized that I had developed what was called perinatal depression, which is a kind of depression that carries on for long after you have children. Can I just encourage you? You know what I did? I began to seek for help. I got counselors. Yes, I'm a children's pastor. Yes, I work with people who work with others, with people, but I realized that I was struggling. Once you realize you're struggling, get help. Okay? So care for your soul. You find that it's not going. You don't want to see people. You don't want to talk to people. You don't want to pick the baby. You are constantly tired. You can't eat. You feel ashamed of how you look. Go and get help. Just go out and get help. Talk to your gynecologist. Talk to your friends, talk to your parents. If you can't do that, those things are very, very important. Get help. And number two, I remember getting married and I asked people who had been married for a long time and I asked them, I said, so what are your, like tips for being married and things like that? And guess what I was told? Have friends. I thought, what? Yes, have girlfriends. I'm like, no, I got married to my best friend. We're now finally in our marriage and we're going to be doing well. Forgive that. Hey, you see, motherhood. And this elderly person said to me, make sure you commit yourself to real relationships, for good, friendly relationships. I thought that's interesting. And as I've gone over 10 years, I'm going to be a teenager in marriage now, whatever that means, and being a mom, I realized for moms that is such a useful, um, I don't even want to say instruction, but in fact, let me call it a commandment. Make sure you have a community around you. I find that a lot of moms find we become isolated. You are caught up with taking care of your family, trying to look good, trying to make sure everything is working out. And actually, you are not fine because you're not feeding yourself. A lot of us tend to just forget about our friends, and friendships don't happen the way maybe when you're a single person, you had time. Please have girlfriends, have guys that are your friends. I mean, if your spouse doesn't mind. For me, I really believe in making sure we are investing in friendships. You don't want plastic friendships. Hi, all people that have joined us. You don't want plastic friendships, right? You want real ones, but honestly, you want to develop your friendship. So assume this is a real pineapple. Okay, you want to stay fresh. You want to stay green. You want to stay luscious. Do you know your husband cannot satisfy you completely? That is the truth. We need friendships. You need friendships that will help you to grow, because becoming a mother, honestly, is another season of life. It- And many people start out green and fresh, and we start shivering. Our relationship starts going down. We're not watering them. We don't put water. We don't commit and we don't become intentional in growing other friendships. And for me, I found out that my husband, ooh, I wanted him to be my be all and my end all. I wanted him to be my best friend, and that's great. My husband is one of my best friends. My husband and I have a good relationship, but like every marriage, we also have our challenges, yeah? So I want to encourage you. I found a lot of help in nurturing. The word for me is nurturing relationships so that I can stay fresh. Look, I had friendships that I thought were going to last forever and they didn't. And it was very heartbreaking. Nonetheless, I've had friendships that have grown over the years. As we grow, women, you do need those friendships that would help you, that will nurture you, that will grow you. I know March has been the month of international, Women's Month, Women's Day. A lot of conferences have happened. But I want to ask you, you've attended all those conferences. What have you done with them? And are you intentional in growing relationships, peer to peer relationships? Go and have coffee with a friend. Go and talk. Go see somebody. Go pour into somebody else. Are you doing that? Are you nurturing your relationships? Because when we don't nurture these relationships, we die. Something dies. Moms are caught up in a lot. Like I said earlier, I mean, the truth is that mothering is no joke. Mothering is a lot of work. Parenting itself is no joke. But who knows it all? Nobody. I'm part of your community. And that's my number two. So I've said care, right? That nurture your relationships, connect, have a community. Listen, I love to be part of your community. Part of why I do this every Sunday, weekly, 8 p.m. South African time, is because I find that there are things that I know that I can share. There are things that you can share with me. Please drop in the comment section. I'm always saying that badly. Ask questions, say something. Um, Drop a comment. How do you feed yourself? I find that plugging yourself in communities is such a helpful thing. You know, exactly. Thank you. Horizontal and vertical positive relationships are essential for growth. So spot on. Thank you very much for that. spot on. You need to have those friendships that are this way. You need to have those friendships that you look up to. Because I'm a Christian, I do bring up concepts from the Bible. So somebody like Elizabeth, yeah? Elizabeth in the Bible was Mary's community. Mary, the mother of Jesus, realized, oh my gosh, I'm now pregnant. Guess where she went to? She went to look for her elderly cousin who was also pregnant. Plugging into community. Many of us are not plugging into communities. We don't have those friendships that can grow us. I found after having my first child, guess I didn't even know how to bath a baby. Okay, yes, I had my first child at 32. I just gave away my age and I don't mind. My child is going to be, my first child will be 10 this year. But I didn't even know how to bath a baby, how to pop a baby. I had to learn. So I had those relationships, people that I looked up to, older women that I looked up to. I know that many people say things like, women have drama. That's fine. Everybody has drama. Don't you have drama? Listen, find those people that can help you in nurturing your family, in growing your family. I remember the person that kind of, because my mom doesn't live in the country that I live in. And so at the point when I had my children, she couldn't come round. If you have parents that can, why not? If you have mother-in-laws, for mom-in-laws, can I talk to the older women on this episode? Mom-in-laws, I was thinking about the gift of marriage, of children, of having children in laws. Do you know that it means that this one child then has two sets of parents when they come into your family, their own parents and you, the new parent? Let's love, assist, and support. Sometimes we younger generations think, oh, we know what to do, and sometimes we don't. Be patient with us. I lead a Bible study. The oldest person in that Bible study is 93. I remember last Thursday we were talking about how they wanted to go. And one of the women said to me, oh, Paula, I need patience for my children in law. Sometimes my daughter in law will just come and drop the kids and say, grandma, they're here. And she's like, no, but I've got plans for the day. And she's like, well, the hell already deal with it. And she said to me, Ola, I have to just try and be patient with my daughter-in-law. So daughters-in-laws, can we also just be conscious of the fact that a grandma is there doesn't mean she's available 24/7. Make the plan. Ask your mother-in-law, oh, can I bring the children? Ask the auntie, oh, can I drop my kids? Don't just drop them. I think it's your job. Okay, I think that relationships must be nurtured. Remember, and I find this that your mom, you're close to your mom, you can also build that kind of relationship. I'm blessed. My mother-in-law is amazing, turning 80 this year. I know that I'm a blessed woman. But can I tell you, it doesn't matter how wonderful my mom-in-law is. If I also do not nurture that relationship, it will dry up. It will dry up. So moms, mother-in-laws, um, sisters-in-laws, I mean, let's nurture. I'm of the opinion that women helping women is the real thing. I've never really had the experience of women being nasty from the bosses that I've worked with. I've had the best female bosses, okay? I've had the best female colleagues. And I don't want to think, oh, I'm just lucky. I think it's about being intentional. So once you have your children, or you're married, or you're a young person, a young professional, begin to build relationships that are nurturing. When you nurture, when you put the water in, when you put in the right soil, then you start growing relationships that are lush. So make sure you connect to a community. Make sure you're intentional. Make sure you're also respectful of people's spaces. And my final C will be care. You see, I talked in the beginning about, make sure you care for yourself physiologically, medically, as a mom. But I also then want to ask you to care for your soul. This whole thing about committing to relationships, this whole thing about being intentional about relationships is caring for your soul. It's caring for yourself. Some of us, you're in seasons of life where you have to actually be at home. You are not, you can't work. That's fine. If you can't work, it's a season, enjoy it. If you're in between work, you're looking for something to do, enjoy it. Whether, like my younger sister will say, you're a mom in transit, okay? Or you're a working mom, or you're a stay at home mom. I need you to make sure that as you are growing, as your children are growing, you yourself are growing. I shared prior to now that um, only last year I did a master's degree. Somebody said to me, I'd made up my mind that I was going to finish the master's degree in 1 year. I didn't have the latitude, the luxury of registering again because I've got other plans. And somebody said to me, there's no way, Barley, that you're going to be able to do this in 1 year. And I said, watch me. I've made up my mind. This is what I want to do. Not only did I finish it in 1 year, I finished it with a distinction. Now, hear me. Yes, I did have a distinction. Yes, I finished it in 1 year, but I was surrounded by a support system. I found an Elizabeth who already had a PhD and was able to help me. My supervisor, female also, had her ups and downs, but she was able to support me. Our help at home, our aunties at home, my friends around me, you'll be amazed. My colleagues at work. So now that my graduation is next month by God's grace, that graduation ceremony is not just for me, it's like an entire community. It's an entire community that did this with me. We're not alone. Many things you can't do alone. People talk about coaches and mentors. So whether they're formal mentors, you are paying them, or they're informal mentors, whatever they are, can I just please encourage you? Can I encourage you, moms? Please and please and please plug yourself. Care for yourself. Part of caring for myself is I had a dream. I'm a cerebral person. And because of you, because I wanted to know more about parenting and family life, I went ahead and studied more. And somebody said, you've got young children, you can't do it. Well, I made up my mind, I want to do it. Don't drop your dreams. In 1 year, I finished a master's degree. Yes, you can do it. Don't leave your dreams. Don't kill your dreams. Connect with yourself. What has God placed on your heart? What are your God-given dreams? Pursue them. I know that people say that there are different seasons in life. It's very true. Don't miss your season too. Don't miss your season. Let your light also shine. And that's it from me today. Don't miss your season. Care for yourself physiologically, mentally. Grow yourself. Care for yourself. Connect with others. Join a community and carry on with your dreams. You can do it. Moms, you can. I'd like to say Happy Mothering Sunday. Some people call it Mothering Sunday. Others call it um, Mother's Day, wherever you are all over the world. Happy Mothering Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. You are blessed. You are loved. You have a tough job, juggling so much, but you can do this. God has got you. And yes, you can. I love you. Nobody has said Happy Mother's Sunday to you, or Happy Mother's Day. All I saying it to you. Happy Mother's Day. Take care of yourself, and God keep you, and God bless you, and bless your home. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next week, same time. Oh, before I go, please like, share, subscribe on my YouTube channel. It's Bonali and I, the Family Life Enthusiast. Please share this to your friends and family. And please remember, April 28th and 9:30, I'm going to be hosting a family life summit. It's going to come out soon. I'll let you know more and more details. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. Bye. Bye. Make sure you have fun for the rest of the day, okay? You are not allowed not to have fun. You must have fun. for the rest of the day. Yes, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. God bless you. All right. Take care. Bye bye.